As a still life painter, of course you look at a lot of flower paintings. You come across them. But I suppose one of the reasons I keep coming back to the flower is it's such an obvious symbol of birth, regeneration, death. The rose, the lily, the sunflower are cliches, but they exist in the here and now. And maybe you can keep finding things in flowers to express. Can we look at sunflowers again after Van Gogh, after Wyeth, or Joan Mitchell? I think so. Since I photograph in natural light, usually by the same window, I'm aware of how it changes throughout the year, how it enters this particular space in our house. The light is much cooler bouncing off the snow than the warm yellow light of summer. Many times I've tried to photograph the same type of flower at a different time in the year, and it just doesn't work. There must be something particular about the shape of the flower, the light, and my own vision which makes me respond in a certain way. I found when photographing flowers, I rarely get the same combination of light and colors twice. Each flower is profoundly itself. The idea of the simple flower portrait is a direct approach to still life. When one reads a still life, one sees the objects as an indication or substitute for human presence. Instead of portraits of humans, I'm painting portraits of flowers. I want to paint a flower in a way that you see that there's only one quite like it. The studio is a refuge and a laboratory, a sort of dream space removed from the world. Some people can't stand the isolation of being alone with their own thoughts and feelings. Being an introvert is probably an asset to a studio-based artist. When I was able to quit my part-time job and make a full-time living from painting, I was 30. Nearly every day since then I've been grateful for the privilege of solitude. For me, having the freedom to do what you want and to have control over your environment, however humble, is a huge luxury. I'm very inspired by the photos of Irving Penn with the white photographic background, no horizon or ground plane. This focuses the attention on the object being scrutinized in a stark way and in a way that feels contemporary to me, modern. I modulate the tone and texture of my backgrounds. I don't want it to feel blank. There are facets of paint which maintain the surface of the painting along with the flower. I think I've taken the directness and objectivity of contemporary photography and tried to meld with the older tradition of flower painting as it appeared as a separate genre in the Baroque era. My paintings take the old themes of memento mori but present them in a bolder, more graphic fashion. The Japanese idea of wabi-sabi, looking at the beauty and poetry of the impermanent and imperfect, is guiding my exploration of the textures and colors of flowers which are past their prime. Painting flowers is a satisfying experience. At a large scale, their abstract qualities can be explored. My handling of the paint can be looser, and yet this is what creates the illusion of shape from a distance. In the winter, which it happens to be where we live for a large part of the year, painting these wonderful shapes and forms and all the gradations of color is uplifting. There's a new generation of painters every 20, 25 years, and so we continually renegotiate reality. It's not a fixed thing, reality, so something with a long history in humanity. The cultivation of flowers, which is something that appears in almost all cultures, seems a good place to explore one's own vision of a particular reality, a particular way of seeing.